Hello everybody and welcome to Zombie Horse. So, we haven't done this in a while, but prepare! We're going to pick up like we never dropped it to begin with. So, CRAPPYPASTAs. You might be wondering what they are. A CRAPPYPASTA is an attempt someone made at a creepypasta, but it failed horribly, and it was sent to another dark recess of the internet called CRAPPYPASTA.com, and that is where I am getting this story for tonight. It is called The Origin of Eyeless Jack, and I'm sure you've all wondered, what is Eyeless Jack's origin? I'm sure those of you who don't know it wondered anyway, and, well, I'm about to read the CRAPPYPASTA version to you, so let's get ready for that. Also, if you can hear my cat running around, it's because he's afraid. Because I'm afraid too. It was any normal day at 5 a.m., I was waiting for the bus to deliver me to such given location right when it showed up. Alas, I didn't recognize the driver, for our normal driver was homesick. I proceed to board the bus. As I climb up the steps, a kid asks me to look at him. I ignore him, pulling my hoodie over my head, proceeding to my seat. I fall hard, realizing he tripped me. I mutter, "You'll regret that," then stand to walk towards my seat. As I sit, the kid asks, "What do you mean, I'll regret it?" God, this is intense. I laugh, then proceed to say, "You'll see." "Shut up, freak," he replies. Ugh. I ignore him. For some reason, that made me ignore him, nothing else. And I stare out the window as our bus begins to move. Not 20 feet later, there is a loud crashing noise and a piercing thrust. We've all experienced a piercing thrust. My head goes through the window, the glass through my eyes. I swiftly pull the shattered glass out of my eye sockets. Right then and there, I am staring at my eyes on a piece of glass. On just one single piece of glass. One glass shard took out both of the eyes, apparently. I couldn't explain it. How could I? I turned to see the same kid. Wait a minute, what do you mean see him? You just lost your eyes. You can't, that's the purpose. You hurt him, but you seem remarkably calm also for this. Oh my god. I turn to see the same kid that tripped me on my way to my seat. He screams in disgust at me. I get a weird feeling, one of which I can't explain. A feeling where I just wanted to hurt. I'm pretty sure you're probably in a considerable amount of pain, so there you go. I knew it wouldn't heal my pain, but it just seemed the most rational solution. I threw the glass to his eye, causing him to scream louder than everyone on this bus. I take my backpack off and stand, but I feel a sharp pain in my lower back. My kidneys. This pain comes from my father, John. He smoked cigarettes since he was 14, and I have dealt with secondhand smoke till last year. So this has turned into like one of those anti-smoking commercials. When he died, a complete thought right there, there is a period when he died. Apparently, he was killed in his sleep with a knife. So it wasn't the smoking. Didn't see that coming. And everyone said the cigs would kill him first. I felt anger and pain, and I rushed the driver. Just then, I feel my lower back in even more pain. I turn to see a fellow student has pulled a pocket knife on me. A collector's edition Swiss gear. Well, nice knife. Silver with studs. I quickly disarm the student, holding the knife to his throat. "Don't make this too easy for me. In fact, I'll give you a 10-second head start," I say, deeply smiling. You don't have eyes? As he gets up to run, I stab him in the gut, then whisper in his ear, "I lied." I grin with an evil feeling much greater than the one I had before. I feel blood on my back, then scream, "That was my kidney!" I jump up on his cold body, violently ripping his flesh apart with my hands. I had biology, so I knew exactly which organ was the kidney. Smart, evil, eyeless, weirdo demon man. The students look at me, screaming in disgust as I pull his kidney out of his grisly, demolished body. "Don't you like kidneys?" I begin to eat it when I hear sirens. They showed up pretty fast. I put back the half-eaten kidney, then pry open the bus doors. I see the backwoods and proceed to head for them. Oh, this is getting really creepy. I begin to run, sprint to an extent of which I have never done before. As I reach the backwoods, I stand behind a tree, staring at the wreck. I feel something cold and slippery wrap around my mouth, something tentacle-like. Well, this is going in a direction I was not expecting, but I'm liking it. It pulls me back, and in panic, I proceed to pull out the Swiss gear my peer had stabbed me with. I raise it to cut the tentacle when I see the figure much clearly now. Much clearly. Doge. It had a white head, no eyes, no nothing but a bump, of which seemed to have previously held a nose. Is this Slender Man? Are you freaking for real right now? It was wearing the same suit my cousin wore before he went missing years ago. I drop the knife and he removes his... What did the cousin have to do with this? Did we mention the cousin at all throughout this story? I really don't think so. Anyway, I drop the knife and he removes his tentacle from my mouth. I stand to say, "Stephen? Is that you? Stephen?" He turns and vanishes, not speaking a word. I feel disgusted of myself. I wish to cry, but nothing comes out, because you don't have eyes. Just the sound of my sobs and self-pity. I grab the Swiss and begin to cut my lips. Is this the knife or the cheese? Once they're off, I think to stitch them, but then this thought dawns on me. It'll leave a scar. I want no one to remember Jack, and I decide to let it heal on its own. I walk into the woods, surviving, alone, never to meet society again. Months later, I decide to eat. Months. Something that appeals me. A kidney that would suffice. It was all I knew, all I had. Not even my own cousin would help me. I slip into this house and find my first victim. I stare at him for a while before I strike. Unfortunately, he wakes up. I rush out the window, thinking to myself, darn. This is gonna take some practice. What the hell was that? Anyway, super eerie and creepy. Don't you agree? If you'd like to read the story for yourself, I have linked it in the description below. I hope I didn't scare you too much. Remember, if your eyes ever get plucked out by one single chunk of glass, not multiple ones, I can't vouch for that, but one single chunk of glass, then just pull out. Always a good idea in most situations. Pull out and just go about your life. You will be able to see, and hey, Slender Man won't kill you. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to Zombie Horse, because otherwise you just might miss what's coming out next. And don't forget to hit that like button. Alright, I'm gonna let you go be in fear now. Bye.